It was 15 years ago that I was attacked by my ex-husband. He stabbed me 12 times, left me paralyzed or as an incomplete paraplegic, and was told that I would never walk again, and life that I knew at that point was finished. So faced with some really tough decisions as far as for myself, medical care and how I would carry on with my new prognosis. And through a lot of care and dedication and hard work at Parkwood Hospital, I was able to get back up on my feet. So that was my injury, but what that did was completely tear apart my family as well. The family was really past torn apart at that point. With safety issues and fear and trying to rebuild, having contact with him was not something I was ever about to have happen again. So our world took on a different perspective when it came to safety planning and being prepared for him not to be in jail. I never really expected anything like what happened to happen. You don't think of someone that you're that close to doing something like that. So it gave a really different perception of the world to me after that happened. So where I had wanted to be trusting and believing, a lot of that was gone. So it's amazing the amount of damage that going through trauma like that can do to a person themselves, not just physically, but the emotional damage, and how that impacts in a ripple effect everybody that you come in contact with. While I say I never expected anything that drastic to happen to me, we didn't have a healthy relationship, and there were times of violence. There were definitely lots of incidents of verbal and emotional abuse. And I also really believe that I kept my kids protected from that, but I did not. And that was one of the hardest things to overcome after the fact for me, that thinking that I was keeping them safe, I was actually putting them in greater danger. I think the material is awesome, and it is very well defined for what you see as warning signs, for what you can offer for support, for really understanding that when you hear something that's not sitting well with you, that it probably shouldn't sit well with you, to trust that instinct, and it's a conversation. You don't have to fix it in one conversation. You don't have to put yourself at risk. It's a matter of caring, coming from a place of caring, coming from being a person who listens, who cares and wants to be helpful and is concerned about another person's safety.